Hi guys, my name is Gerardi. I am a martial artist. I actually have come up with a very, very special way to kind of say that you're the founder of martial arts in general. The ancient world, though. Okay, I don't want to deal with the modernized world of, the modernized military arts and stuff like that. I know them, okay, but that doesn't mean I want to be so-called founder of them. I want to be the founder of ancient ninjutsu and ancient kung fu and, even karate in that sense from Okinawa. I want to be the founder of American Indian fighting and, Kalari Payadu from India. But what I'm talking about also is from everywhere, not just Earth. I know this sounds funny, but, I know how to do it with a certain code. Okay, by uniforms, by tattoos, okay, a language that doesn't involve words, and a certain array of subjects, which is math, geometry, art, sound, religion without God, and spirit without holy. And that's my body. Okay, that's everybody's body, and it does motion and notion. Okay, these 6 subjects and not expression. Okay, I don't believe in any kind of intersecting way. Alright, not Bruce, not karate blocks, not any sword no intersection stuff. Okay. Now, I also, because of these 6 subjects and my code of the uniform you find will find you to be the founder of martial arts in general, because that's the uniform it belongs to. Okay, and the tattoos. Alright, masks, better than the Budo mask. The art of killing mask. Okay? So this is very important now. How the uniform is how you will find your martial arts way. Not what it is, how it is. How the tattoo is. Okay, how the weapon is shaped, to say, or configured to do a how achievement. Okay, now you do not have to exercise. You do not have to train your body physically. Okay, a big art form that I do study, which I'm about to teach you in my way, is Huk Chung Hun Tao fighting, which is the art of non-training of the body to hurt the person. You don't necessarily have to kill them if you understand how to do this stuff. Okay, now we're going to eye hunt. We're going to go after the eyeballs, okay, and I'm going to teach you, alright, how to take out anybody's eyeballs by hitting their arm, their chest, their face, and to hit their eyes and their face and their neck. Now it's all about speed, okay? When somebody is fighting and their brain cannot tell something that's coming at them because it's too fast for their eye to tell. Okay, you could tell that I did that, but if it was faster, it gets a little bit iffy, and you cannot tell. Then you have no idea how to start using your hands. Okay, I have a lot of things I want to talk about in the ways of hypnosis. Okay, in the ways of how the outside world, alright, can actually train your hands without using your hand-eye, fight or flight, or muscle memory, which isn't even real, okay? But also, I can give myself a tattoo, not just to find a martial art, but so my hand actually does things on its own, okay? In a certain order. Now, this means that I can be really fast. Okay? The quicker you are, the more dangerous you're going to be. It's just like a car crash. If you're going 40 miles an hour, you're gonna die. Okay? If you're going 5, you're not. Okay? If your opponent or the other car is going 45 and you're going 5, you may die from that going against you. And that is the whole point. Okay? So we're going to go eye hunting. Alright? And we're going to use certain kinds of fingers, certain kinds of claws. Okay? We're going to use a punch. Okay? We're going to use a thumb like this. Just like that. Okay? So what we want to do is we're going to go after the neck, the eyes, the chest, sides of the head. So we're going to fight like we're a tiger. Okay, tigers go, they come in and go to the side. You go after the neck. And, to get to that artery that they're trying to get after, to bleed it to death and eat it. So we want to do that. So you go from either side. Now, the best thing for you to do and understand is that you want to be a tiger, literally. You don't want to fight like a human. Alright? And to do this is to skin walk. But you don't necessarily have to change into a tiger to have any kind of way other kind of their strength, their understanding, their viciousness, okay, of a tiger. You don't have to change into it at all. By your how thinking. How as thinking. Okay? Now, you want to know tiger instincts, though. Okay? That can be any species, anywhere, about anything. Alright? You want to have a how as instinct that then this how as instinct then makes you as vicious and as strong as a tiger. Okay? Anywhere about anything. Alright, so when we're going to fight, we're not going to fight like a human. Okay, so we want stuff like that. You're actually going to do that. Alright, you're going to let out that tiger roar. So you want to get to the side of the body where the neck is. Okay? We're going to use claws, we're going to use fingers, we're going to say those type of claws, the species down here, the species type. We're going to use fists. Okay? So we have, first thing is our tiger stance. Alright? When tigers come up to fight, they're walking on the ground, another tiger comes in their face, and they're going to have a territorial fight. Whoever wins gets the territory and the female. Okay? So we have this, what they usually do is they come up and they usually raise one arm. Okay, so our stance is here. Not like this, not like a boxing stance, not a guard in Irish. They're not to no, or Texas. So what we have is a four in the front facing them. Okay? Or we have a tiger paw like that. We don't want to tell them that we're going to change into a paw. Also, you can have the paw in the front if you want. Rather have a fist so they don't know. Okay? So the first technique I'm going to teach you to get to this is that you're here and they're going to have a punch distance. Okay? So we have the upward jab. Okay? So it's here. They come around this way to throw a punch, like this, and you just jab them upward in the face. Okay? Or we have just like that, or from here, boom, up that way. Okay? It's very important, by the way. People don't even notice it, but it's when it's done really quick like that, okay, their eyeballs will come right out. But you also want to understand that the aiding the body with the tattoos, you know how I said I can give myself a tattoo and my arm will start raising by it, only by the tattoo? My body has no control. So if you understand that way, and you give yourself a tattoo in a certain order that helps you jab, okay, your eyeballs will come out. Okay? So we have upward jab and step into it too with the front leg. Or here, boom, throw your body into it with the weight and speed into the chest. Okay? Or we have hook jab. You put a hook and a jab together to the side of the jaw. Alright, the eyes will come out. Alright, now we want to get to the side of the person. So we have, boom, tiger's up here. You just stop that punch coming like this. It's coming around this way. And you went under it, scratch the eye on that side. Okay? Or we have many things you can do, guys. Alright, we have, and you just start pushing the eyes. When they go backward, pop them and pop, but on the side of their body. Or we have, and you just scratch it with the other hand. Or you can go for the other eye. Okay, with that strike. Instead of going from here to the same eye, go to the other one. Okay? So that's important. That's very important. Or we have a claw knife hand, which is the karate chop. So we have, bam, you stop the punch, okay? Just like that, all these fingers here go to the eye. Alright, you do that. Combine the two. Or we have a reversed hammer fist, but we use the hammer fist this time. Bam here, stop the punch, and you want to get a little bit low, okay, and then pop right into the eye. Okay, or we have scratch, uppercut, and chin jab, and scratch down. Okay, so go quick, okay, but very fast. All right. So we have that stuff. We have here, or have the punch. Scratch, right? Yeah, or you have, you punch him here on the side of the head, the eyes are coming out. Okay? When you understand that there is no such thing as pain, okay? When you understand that, because there isn't, all right, they're starting to find out that pain really doesn't exist. And it's a problem we actually have by how we have seen in front of us everywhere from getting taught with words to seeing pain happen in front of us. Okay? So, I want you to use that fact. Alright? Now, there is something called Damak. Okay? And it means a body of hidden knowledge to be used by humans. That's the definition in English. Okay? There are hidden things about a person's body that people do not know yet. And not feeling pain is one of them. Now, do this for me. Okay? Put your arms together and push against each other. Take the top one off, and the bottom one will come up in the air. If you stay here forever, you ain't getting nowhere. That's insanity, it's called. Okay? When you let it go, the bottom one goes up. Okay? If you were to grab your leg and start pushing on it and go like this with your hand, this is going to lighten up. That's no more insanity. Okay? Okay? This tool is a guide also to do a hypnosis with. Okay? And also up, and it gets your body awakened to things you've never known. Okay? So another technique would be here and here. You'll go like this, here and here, okay? And what you do, alright, is you make a fist, okay? This one's not a fist. Alright, then you squeeze the fist, try to have it where you think You're not allowed to let that fist go, and you have to keep going and getting stronger with the fist. Okay? And this is going to be bending very slow. But you have to come up with a way to say, I can't stop it, right? You have to come up with a how way, and you'll open up. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to do it, and you actually ruin your body, by the way, if you try that. Okay? Squeeze your fist and have your hand open. Okay? Keep going really, really strong, and really, really strong, and get stronger and stronger. Okay? And you're not allowed to stop doing it. As you come up with a what answer to open up, you're not going to open it. Okay? Your brain is not your what body. It's your how body. Okay? Not your what. So you can't open up your hand. What is your brain? Right? Muscle is not your brain. So you can't do that. You can't open it up with a what. If you do that, you're completely fucked. In a way. Okay? You make it absolutely no sense, and you are going to be insane. Okay? When you do a how way of, and you think the how as thought that opens up your hand, that's okay. Because your brain is a color, a shape, okay? It's art, geometry, mathematics, again, sound, spirit without holy, and religion without God. That's your arm also. Take a good look at it, because it is. So how the body is in one full piece, that's the way it goes. Not what it is. Okay? So how it is. Then we have how the mock. The eyeballs. Okay, now, the hidden ways of the body was that tattoo way. The tattoos go on the body. The pushing against the arms. The uniform is because we have a body with clothes on and uniforms. The masks. The weapons we hold with our body. Okay, those are hidden knowledges. Okay? So that's the mock. Also, we can massage our body and awaken the hidden ways of our body by the sequence we massage it in. That's also the mock medicine. The whole thing is, but the mock medicine, where we massage diseases away and issues. Now, there is one issue in the whole world that everybody thinks is every other issue. And when you know, I'm a Democ doctor, by the way, but when you understand this one issue, and it's called a mental trouble, it could be cancer, not just your brain cancer, skin cancer. Even if you stub your toe, it's a mental trouble. Okay? When you understand that when this mental trouble is diagnosed that way, to where all troubles is that one mental trouble, it has to be diagnosed that way by those 6 subjects. Okay? And motion and notion. Then everything will be fine. If you can take it away, and how I came up with this is that you shape a pendulum, okay, a hypnotic pendulum, and the trouble will go away by the shape. Okay? Now this has to do with fighting. Alright, first of all, it's the rehabilitation of the military. Okay? It is to take their addiction away, their troubles. If they go into the military and the military sees that they have ADHD or bipolar, they will take it away with the pendulum and everything I just said. Okay? So they won't get sent home anymore. Alright, the CIA, everybody, FBI, cops, everybody. Okay, secret society, everybody. Cults, good cults anyway. Okay? So, when you bring this into fighting now, the pushing of the arms comes up. Alright? The pendulum in front of your face just became a weapon. Now we go by mathematics. Alright? Our body, we have 10 figures. This certain type of the number one weapon, and it does not end if you come up with any type of a number one that does anything. And welcome to nastiness. Okay? And you don't have to get like a dick or anything and put the guy through absolute heck unless, you really need to. But the eyeballs will come out. Okay? The ribs will come out of the body. You can then also go by democratized nerves, and you can disappear their body parts. You can make them very mushy. Their bones will become very mushy, okay, and stuff like that. If I just pop and pop the guy in the chest, he said it was going to kill me, and his whole chest and upper body became mush, won't be able to function. Okay, and then I went and pop them in the face. The guys will come out. That's it. Fight's over. No more murdering you. Okay, even though I believe in immortality and I don't believe in death, and that's another point in this whole thing. Okay, so now, right, this is called facet that entails does result, or cause that entails does result. Okay, this is hypnosis, by the way, also majorly. Okay, and then also we have our tattoos, we have our uniforms. Okay. But we also have a sense of no limits. Okay, and we can also then be the founder of martial arts in general. Okay, the person who founded Kung Fu, I want you to go by. To be the founder of Kung Fu, you're the founder of Kung Fu. His name is Bandi Dharma. He is not Oriental. Kung Fu came from India. Okay, from Bandi Dharma. And he taught the Orient, okay? From this man, I want you to outdo him. I already did, all right? But I want you to do it, okay? And from that point, you can be the founder of martial arts Kung Fu all you want with lessons, okay? Now, go to my other videos, but I'm going to give you the answer to this video, okay? You're like, how in the heck am I going to know right from wrong from this? No, that has nothing to do with it. Is a pendulum shape in front of your face have anything to do with right from wrong if the goal is to take away that one mental trouble? That's it. Answer. Boom, bang, bang. Okay, but there's no right or wrong answer. Just the answer you give yourself. Because that one mental trouble, okay, it's all troubles, no matter how it is. Because you diagnosed it that way, and you know what? That one thing, that one answer you give to yourself, that's the answer. Okay? You have to learn how to say there's no right or wrong answer, just the answer you give yourself. And then you'll be good to go. Okay? So watch my other videos, and the stuff I have in this video is in there too. But, there's no right or wrong answer, just the answer you give yourself. Alright? And it's more like a gift that you always give yourself. As thought, by thought. With, from, and by thought. It's not what, it's how. Okay? It's a how, as, and how is this thought going to say, there is no right, but it's the answer that I gave myself. That's a gift. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.